Hey there, Josh Fullenweider here. Uh, gonna change it up a little bit, start giving you some business tips and tools that you can use in your everyday life to hopefully help you uh, become a better business leader, a better salesman, better employee, whatever it might be. Sorry, I'm gonna touch my face a lot here because I've got bad allergies and they just keep bugging me. Anyway, uh, over the course of the last couple of years, we've been exploring a lot of needs at where I work with how to set boundaries. So I've gathered a whole bunch of tools and tips and everything like that. So I'm just going to kind of give these to you in short little chunks over the next coming videos. I got a lot of them, so it might take a long time to get through it, but we'll just break it down one at a time here. So the first boundary that I want to share with you all is setting a time limit. This is a great tool when you're dealing with somebody who tends to either suck your time away, mostly suck your time away, or get off task. Now, a lot of times when people think time limits, you think, okay, I've got a project that's due in 3 months. I've got to do this, and then you kind of break it down and set intermediate milestones to make sure you get on task. I'm not talking about that sort of time limit. Yes, that's a great tool. That's a great way to stay focused and stay on task by breaking it down. But what I'm talking about when I'm referring to time limits is how you can use them just in an everyday conversation to keep somebody on task somebody who tends to deflect or tends to get off track. I see this a lot in the populations that we work with. So in setting a time limit in a conversation, if you've got an individual who calls and just rambles and rambles and rambles, one of the tools you can do is let them know up front, or really at any point in the conversation, how much more time you have left to give them. So if you are trying to accomplish something and you've called them multiple times and that, like, an hour goes by and nothing's been accomplished because they get off task or whatever it is, set the expectation of, hey, I have 10 minutes today to dedicate towards whatever the task you're trying to accomplish. We're trying to get this paperwork completed by you so that we can get it submitted, and whatever it might be. We need to focus, and I'm going to hold you to that time limit, because after that, I have another appointment, whatever it might be. The key is, whether you do or do not have another thing after that 10 minutes, you have to end the conversation at 10 minutes. That is how you establish the boundary, and so that the next time when you have to repeat this process, you go back to it and they are aware that you are going to hold them to those time limits. So conversation progresses. Hey, I've got 10 minutes today for this phone call, dedicated to you for this phone call. Could be an hour, whatever you decide it is, that's up to you. I've got 10 minutes for this phone call. Today, we need to get this done. Then you start with the questions. Now, the person might deflect. They might get off track. They might go in another direction. Keep using that time limit. Hey, now we only have 7 minutes left. Let's get it back on track. And keep referring back to that. So you can keep bringing the conversation back and use that time limit, whether it's artificial or real, to make sure that you can get the tasks accomplished that you needed to accomplish. This is a great boundary setting tool. I've used it more than I thought I would when I first learned about it. But it's almost like a higher authority boundary, but that higher authority is time. You have a set amount of time to get things done. So let's get on task. I hope this helps you out. If you've got any questions, wanted to explore it some more, want to run through some scenarios, please feel free to reach out to me. We can kind of set up a time and discuss it, or about any other boundaries setting issues or other coaching, consulting questions you might have. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Have a good day.